Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people around the world, all of my subscribers and all of my new viewers, and those who watch because they like to, welcome back. We're going to be doing a new series. So we just finished up with Fox Farm, and we need to start a new map. And for that, I have chosen to go with Big Flats, Texas, and I've chosen to go as farm manager, so I don't own any property. And as you can see, I have very, very little money. So we have to find a way to make some money and buy ourselves a farm. Alrighty, we're at 100%. So we're going to hit X to start. And you can see we are coming in. Right here in this hollow spot is where the house would normally be. But we don't own this property. We don't own anything, honestly. In fact, if you look on the map, let's go to farmland and you'll see the property itself we own but no buildings, and this property here we own but no buildings. So we kind of just have the two farmyards. That's it. What if we're gonna have to start by mowing this and selling the grass to make some money? How on earth are we gonna be able to do that? Yeah, looks like this field, number 6 here, is pretty much the only way we can make any kind of money. And I don't think we have the money to buy a baler and all that, but we should be able to rent one. Why don't we see what we got for inventory? Looking at the inventory here, we have a McCormick W4. We have the Farmall H, Farmall MV, the Farmall M, and a Farmall 460 to 560. So that's kind of our choices. Now obviously we're not going to start with something that's higher, so higher horsepower. We're going to have to choose either this one or this one. Which one is it going to be? Now they're both priced the exact same. Let's take a look at this one here. And I'm curious. Oh, see what I see? Only a drawbar, no 3-point. That tells me something. I don't think I want this one, because I won't be able to use 3-point implements. This would be a nice little tractor to pull a wagon, but as you know, we don't have a lot of money to deal with. Do we buy this tractor and then bite the bullet and just have one tractor that's a pulling tractor and another one that is our 3-point implement, and then just rent our implements? Or do we just straight away go into the H here? Because I believe this one should have a 3-point. Right here it just has the drawbar. But if we look at the bottom of the menu here, it says attachers standard. You can get a 3-point linkage. So we definitely can get the 3-point on it. And that's more what I would look at anyway. And then obviously you gotta have clamshell fenders, right? As far as wheel setup goes, wheel weights, definitely good. Rear twins, not necessary. There we go. And then engine setup, you know, you can go higher in horsepower. You got Super H with 30 horse, or just simple H. And I'm thinking we gotta start as low as we can. So this tractor here is 12,900, and I'm thinking this is gonna be the one. I think this is the one we gotta buy in order to actually do any kind of work. So why don't we go ahead and do that? You guys ready for this? This is our first tractor. Purchase for 12,900? Yes, we will. Awesome. Okay, we have that. But we know we need to make some money with that grass, which means we need a mower. So let's go over here. And let's take us a look. These are all grossly overpowered, all those. So I got this sickle bar mower. It only needs 15 horsepower to run it. Not the widest one, but it's also super cheap. And you know what? We're okay with that. It's okay to have a cheap mower. That's how farms normally start out. And yes, the cover is nice. Really don't care about the pulleys. Do we want a splitter? That's this big bar here. Kind of pushes stuff to the side. Yeah, that's kind of nice. And then an attacher gives us a trailer hitch for the back. It's 150 bucks extra. I guess we could buy it. But we gotta change the main color, that's for sure. Let's go for a nice red. Yes, now that will match. Okay, and this one is just many variations of yellow or gold. So there's not much there. And then this this splitter here, we can choose different colors on that as well. And I don't know that I want to change colors. The gray is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So here we go. There's the mower. Alrighty. Now that we have that, there is one other piece that I really badly need. As you know, our home is non-existent, so we're gonna need a home. And I have just the thing. Look at this. 800 bucks gets us a little home on wheels. Isn't that awesome? Alrighty. Here it is. This is the farm mall. Listen to that thing. Isn't that cool? That is such a cool unit. Beautiful, beautiful tractor. Well done, mod. We got lights, rear light. Awesome. It even has a single hydraulic going through the back. That's kind of cool. And it looks like I did remember to put a hitch on the back of that mower. So let's just grab this thing and hook it up real quick. There we are. And let's go bring our home. Yeah, because we're bringing our home over to the field. Because honestly, our home is going to be wherever we are, and this looks to be a problem. Fine, the home stays there for a little bit. We need to go and mow first. That's the first order of business here today. Now, for those of you who don't know, and I'm sure some of my viewers do know, but for those that don't, you should know that I'm a huge fan of classic tractors. It's one of my hobbies is to go to antique tractor shows and just to check out ag equipment and all that. And so these tractors, all this equipment is honestly, you know, right up my alley. And so I'm just gonna have fun with this. I know it's all kind of very miniature, and yeah, you can see the cut is not very wide, but that's okay because we're gonna have fun with this. So we're gonna hire the worker. There you go. And now, if you take a look, you can see they've started cutting right away. And we're gonna change that to a different view here real quick. And yeah, just take a look at that. It cuts it and it kind of folds it over, drops it on the field. Now in real life you would be seeing a lot higher swaths. Like it wouldn't just be a little bit of green mulch on the ground. But that's okay. We're not too worried about realism here right now. We just, you know, we're just here to enjoy watching this mower cut the grass here. It's kind of awesome. And it's doing a fantastic job of it. It's got a big field to go. We're gonna have to go find ourselves a rake to rake all of this together, or maybe we'll get a forage wagon. Something. We need something. We got forage wagons here. Looks like our smallest one is 60 horsepower. So unless I can find a modded one, we're gonna be out of luck with that. But for windrowers, we have a 20 horsepower. This is kind of like a sweep. It kind of sweeps it off to one side. So that could work. There's a 35 horsepower windrower. It's a little big for a tractor, but we could probably make it work. Oh yeah, and we have the wheel. So windrower 4 or windrower 5. I think you could even handle a windrower 5, honestly. How wide is that? 3.5 and this is 3. So that's, even the 4-wheel one is honestly, it's twice as wide as our mower. But for 200 bucks more, we may as well get this one. And yes, we have to change the color. This, let's change that to a gray. Is that a good gray, or do we want a bit of a darker? Yeah, that's better. That is pretty nice. These are all ground driven, so you know there's no PTO on this at all. It's all ground driven, so really horsepower requirements are kind of a joke. But yes, let's buy that as well. Perfect. Honestly, what a beautiful sight that is. Just to see that tractor kind of putting along and clipping the grass. It's going to be working there for a while. So you know what? That means we can actually go and do some other stuff as well. So what I was thinking, what if we got the McCormick and got a fertilizer spreader and did some contract work? Now I just need to confirm that we can actually get a fertilizer spreader that isn't 3-point but is also not honking huge. And it looks like that is not the case. But what if we did a sprayer? Do we have something that's... Is this 3-point? Because this is really, really tiny, but I feel like that's going to be a 3-point as well. Yeah, that's unfortunately a 3-point as well. Oh, man. What we should be buying, though, and that is the baler here. $8,000. And we can grab that, because we... Remember, we don't have a forage wagon, so we are going to have to bale everything. We'll grab that, and I believe this wagon does come, or sorry, this baler does come with a wagon that's an auto load. It is this one here, and we also do have a John Deere wagon as well, but I feel like the John Deere one is almost more of a classic look than the than this one here. This one looks like it's got really modern looking tires and everything. Not really digging this one, if you know what I mean. So I'm thinking, oh, hold on, what's the price difference? 8,000. Oh, I can't even afford this one. No question there. We're getting this one. Again, we gotta go case. Obviously, I could be, you know, if I was smart, I would be just leasing these things, but who wants to lease everything? It's just not fun. Just not really fun. Okay, and we have license plate types. Very cool. Yeah, we definitely want to do this my style. Okay. Let me just finish putting this all in. It's not going to take too long as I don't mess up. And back only. Yeah, that'll do. And here, gotta choose that case IH red. Okay. We got a plate on the back now. Perfect. And buy. It is pretty well all our money. We have $956 left. That is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Now what you see over here, all these red fences, these are all cattle pens, and I believe there are 8 of these, and they all have water troughs and food troughs, what have you. They're all kind of set up to do a big ranch. And you guys will remember, I had well over 100 cows over at Fox Farm, and I plan on filling each of these pens up. We will have cows and stuff. And there's some random pen here with just a toy in it, which I will collect because I believe that should give me a little bit of money. And there we go. We got a little bit of money. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, there's another one. In fact, that's a little green cow. Yes. I love free money. That is amazing. Now, I believe these are bale bunkers, or are we going to park tractors in there? I don't know. But you can see there's another hay shed here, or if you want to call it a tractor parking spot, you can. I see another toy. It's a little wagon. Yes. Then we got a giant shop here. I haven't even been in here yet. This is nice, nice. Oh, you can park so much stuff in here. This is awesome. I gotta open up this one. We got lights in here. Nice. Okay, okay. It looks like this one's got a small man door. But yeah, this is kind of like a drive-through garage, you could say. That's pretty sweet. And then there's more doors here. Oh, oh, I see what this is. This is where we drop bales. Yes, yes. And then you turn them into silage. Well, well, well. Yes, I understand exactly what this is. We have to open these doors. This is maybe where... Oh no, I'm not going to bring my bales here today because I got to sell them, make a bit more money so I can afford another tractor. But this is cool. And obviously those 3 silos are for making TMR and hay and all that. It should be pretty good. Now, if only I could somehow get myself over to the store, then I would see my new equipment that I just bought. Okay, now listen, guys. Yeah, I'm going to try to justify myself here a little bit. I'm not buying this tractor, but I do want to lease it. I just want to lease it so that I can bring equipment home for one, and also so that I can try this on the baler. If this is indeed going to be a good tractor, then I'm going to buy it. And I might even buy the W4, like the Super W4. So it's just a little more horsepower. In fact, we're going to rent it or lease it just like this. And what does it cost to lease? $714. Yes, I can definitely afford that. And here it is. Look how far back this guy sits. This is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Oh, and it's got the nice popping sound too. It's got a little backup light here. That is cool. And you see it's got the lights up by the hood. I love these lights. It's just, there's something about it. They're just awesome. And the nice thing is, that wagon, that hay wagon, actually does have a hitch in the back too. So I should be able to hook up the baler, the wagon, and the little house trailer, which will be fantastic. Well, we got the whole assembly together. That is pretty cool. I like that. That is actually really nice. I'm gonna go take this over to the farmyard. Let's see what we can do. I was getting awfully tempted to buy a Super H, but I didn't have the money in, so I thought to myself, don't I have a second property? And I do. As you can clearly see, Section 2 is also mine. I own 10, as well as 2. So if there's any toys on here, then those will just be to my benefit. So I'm going to go do a little search here and see if there's any kind of toys laying around. Sometimes they're laying around close to trees, bushes. Didn't I tell you they'd be close to a tree? There's a little sheep. Come on, you can grab it. It's okay. There we are. Anything else? Anywhere else? Oh, I see one. By the way, before I go there, look at all the weeds in this oat field here. Wow, that's just terrible. There's another sheep. Which brings me to another point. We will be having sheep on this farm. There's a big old gravel pad here that I get to utilize at some point, but I haven't yet because we were just starting out. But we will. Best believe we will. This yard is gonna get, by the time we're all wrapped up with this game and with this map, this yard is gonna be very, very full. So I can't wait for all that to happen. And there we go. One more toy. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Well, that appears to be it on my yard here. Hold on, there's a horse in the air. What are you doing? Just floating in the air like that. Fascinating. Okay, I think that pretty well covers that. Now, we don't even need to feel bad. We can buy that Super H with no stress. Let's do it. We're just going to get straight into it. Wheel setup with the wheel weights. Yes, mud guards. And yes, 3-point linkage. 15.9. Absolutely, we're buying it. There we go. And I think that means we're going to be able to return that McCormick at some point. But not right now. Right now, we are going to enjoy this thing. I can see there's a lot of toys here on this yard, but you know what? This is not my yard. I'm not going to go steal toys off other people's yards. It's just not even right. There we have it. I bet you anything this thing will work without, see if we drop that down. Easy. That is what I thought. It's all ground driven, so horsepower is meaningless. Like, there's not even a PTO connection to this tractor at all. Hey, look at that. We're all done now. Right there, that's the end of what you see. Perfect. We can fold up that mower. And we'll go and scooch this tractor on back to the yard. And wouldn't you know it, our Super H has come back. And actually what we're going to do, we're going to drop this mower here. Yep. And we will use the rake on this tractor simply because it is the lower horsepower. So let's just quickly shuffle this. And we want to use the higher horsepower for the baler, obviously, right? We can throw the mower on here just so we can shuttle it off to our other yard. There you go. I'll take care of that in just a sec here. For now, though, I want to, yeah, 1.7 hours. Wow, this tractor's putting on the hours already. That's amazing. Okay. I have no idea how this is going to work because I haven't ever used one of these ground rakes before, but cool. Looks like that's working really well. There you go. I think the 5-wheel was the perfect option. Look at that. And the RPMs are nice and low on it too. Like, it's really not struggling or working very hard. Just kind of putting along. Seeing as we've leased this McCormick, I figure we may as well try to bail with it a little bit. The raking is going pretty good. So we're gonna bail with this one at least a little bit, and then we'll probably give it over to the Super H. I'm seeing that they both do 25 clicks an hour, and they're both kind of at the same horsepower rating. So I imagine it'll be very, very similar. What I'm going to do first is put my wagon into operating position. And then we're going to unfold the baler. This way we're driving the side, the swath, not on top of it. We're going to lower that pickup, which if you guys want to see, that round piece on the ground there, watch. I'm going to lift, see that? Now I've dropped it. I'm going to hit square to get it running, and you can see a big old flywheel turning with the plunger there. There you go. Let's give this a try. See what kind of baling we can do with this. Okay, I got a feel for it now. We'll just kind of zoom out a little bit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Now we gotta see if that auto load wagon is actually gonna do what we want it to do. Oh, it did. That is pretty cool. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this wagon, aren't we? And then just before the top of the hour, I'll probably switch the tractors out just so that we're not leasing this McCormick for another hour yet. I'm just taking a moment to enjoy it from a first-person perspective. You see, I gotta get my tire right up against that swath there in order to pick it up. And there you have it. Just picking it up and just popping them onto the wagon. Okay, time to give the Super H a chance. It seems to be squeaking right along. I don't remember how much the McCormick was doing for speed, but the H is definitely not struggling, that's for sure. It seems to be doing just fine. And again, we're just kind of rolling our back tire up against the SWAT and just letting it do its thing. There, you can see it. Yeah, it's pretty cool, honestly. I really enjoy watching this work. We've got both wagons hooked up, so that can only mean one thing. We're ready to hit the road. And I do have the Super C, and my goodness, is it ever slow. Like, look at that. It's gonna take a while to pick up speed, but we got a long ways to go, so we'll get there eventually. It's just amusing how slow that is. Well, I took the initiative and I went to my neighbor and I asked him if I could borrow his truck and his hay wagon, because yeah, it was not working out so well for us, was it? And yeah, luckily the neighbor said he was fine with it, and so we're just going to go ahead and collect bales of this, and then once the wagon is full, I'm going to toss them in the back of the truck too. Just see if we can clean this up real quick, and then we'll send a worker on over to deliver this yet. Oh, we may have to slow down for that one. Come on board, boys. No? Like a couple of bales there didn't want to go. That's a little concerning. But yeah, let's just go and get some of these bales collected up, and then hopefully by that time the wagon is back, my wagon, and we can continue with the baling. Because right now, there's no way we can bale. There's too many bales on the field, it says. I have to say, this truck is struggling with this weight. It's pretty incredible. I wouldn't have thought that it would have struggled as much. I wonder if it would have done better if I had put them all in the box. This is very fascinating. But that's okay. We'll get this all delivered, and before you know it, we'll be done this episode. Well, we're still selling bales. And look at that, 18,000. Now, I do have a specific goal in mind that I'm going for. And that is, I looked at the used market here, and I saw this FAR. 14 grand, so we can afford this combine, which means we can start to do some combining contracts. What do we say? We buy this thing? Well, let's see, 14,000. And what's a brand new combine go for? Of that specific variety. Oh, 32. Okay, and what is the header for that thing? I believe that should also be at the far end. 55. Well, this thing's on sale. I mean, it's got 27 hours on it, but I think we need to get it. That added 2 grand by adding a letter S, but don't know if it... I guess it added a little bit of power, but that's okay. We don't need it. I like how the thing's all scuffed up. But yes, let's buy it. And we got enough bales that we can make the payment on the header, buy that outright, and then our next episode can be a combining one. How fortunate isn't that? And just in time to make it back before the end of the hour. We've got one more load of bales to drop. There you go. Perfect. Well, that leaves us at a surplus at least. And just like that, we'll leave that for the neighbor. Thank you so much for letting us borrow your truck. It was greatly appreciated. I'll turn off the headlights so at least he doesn't burn out his battery. Alrighty. Then we shall return and return. Perfect. And speaking of returning, it's the perfect way to end the episode, isn't it? We are all done with the baling, and so we can go home and rest for the day. Tomorrow we got a big day ahead of us. We managed to buy the combine, so there's going to be a lot of fun ahead of us now. That's a cool little combine right there. Stick around. Come join us next week when we combine with the smallest combine in the game. Thanks for watching.